It is the year 5016 of the Union Era, and the galaxy is home to trillions. At the core of humanity's territory, there is a golden age, but outside of this newly won utopia, the revolutionary project continues. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Frozen Rain, a Sleeping Above a Frozen Crown campaign here over on Neon Lights Roleplay. That's a new one for me. I am very excited to be here at the helm, so to speak, but this ship does not run on its own. There is a hardy crew of industrious storytellers here to provide you with entertainment in the mud and blood of the Lancer system. Some quick notes. War Lancer is at its core a story about humanity and fighting back the evils of the old ages. Those evils still need to be confronted. So players here, if anyone is uncomfortable, they have direct line to me. They can hit me with a message, and that will be the end of it, and we'll handle it. But for you in the audience, just be assured that if you're experiencing difficulties, the Savage 21st is able to provide a quick exfil at the nearest blink gate with the simple click of a button, and I encourage you to take some time, refresh yourself, do a full repair, and get back in the field when you can. With all of that out of the way, which I will never be able to replicate, we'll do a different version each time. I would like to introduce you all to the wonderful storytellers here with me. If you could please introduce yourselves and your pilot's name and call sign, that would be absolutely fantastic for logistical reasons, I suppose. Starting with Sir Hooper.
Hello. I am Andrew. I'm playing on Leon Holtz, call sign Horus. Yeah, I'm super excited to be here.
We're very excited to have you. Foxy.
Hey Internet, it's Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite Fox, Philly's finest. And today I am happy to bring to the field the, don't have adjectives for him yet, but today I'll be playing Ragey. What the fuck's a call sign?
And last but not least, as part of this crew for tonight, Vermin.
Hey y'all, I'm Vermin, or Legendary Vermin. Tonight I am playing Symbiosis Ads, or Sim, or Sissy, or as she's known over the radio waves, Arsenic. She is your extra bubbly weapons tech slash AI maintainer.
All right, and with that, I suppose there's no more buffer for me getting around this. Let's begin.
It's time.
It is time. All right. Just at the edge of the Euro line, the Monoraga station bursts to life as the latest ship to make the blink jump enters the orbit. The Savage 21st. part of the Union Navy's outreach program. When the entirety of the Navy can't be anywhere, but Lancer crews need to get from one hot zone to the next, there's ships like the Savage 21st, and is captained by James Inahara, who now stands at the in the briefing room, where he's put out a call to his two Lancers currently making up the team as they head towards a new job. Players, which of you would be the first to respond to a hailing from Captain Inahara? Which I will show right now because new art is fun. Okay, but
I don't think it's Sim.
Yeah, I'm there with you. I think Leon's letting that go and knowing that someone else will probably pick it up.
mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Well, the thing is, the person who would normally be the first one to pick it up is currently experiencing some blink sickness.
Indeed.
And Sim is holding back some hair as we try to sort that out.
Oh.
Well, the team, standing as it is, and Captain are understanding the eccentricities of the Lancer team makeups and their dynamic situations, will instead pull a call out to any associated NHPs or AIs, which are usually much better at being prompt and annoying their pilots to get to places. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but Sim, I know you have a certain class NHP on board your within comms range.
Yeah. The NHP publicly designated as Valkyrie will answer that hail in a sort of like monotone greetings, Captain Inahara.
How's it going, Valk? You know where Sim is?
Symbiosis Ads is currently in the living quarters area.
And I don't suppose that she's been alerted to the hailing that I've put out?
She has muted it 5 times.
Did you prevent that from occurring a sixth? It's important. We're about to hit orbital.
I will contact Symbiosis Ads myself.
Thank you very much, Valk. Now, Leon, what do you have a ComCon or NHP on? Oh, okay, perfect. Where are you at then? You're just hanging out, ignoring it in your rooms?
He's in the gym.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Got the music on just a little too loud, where other people that are too close get mildly annoyed.
There will be someone will call out to you wearing a more formal Union naval attire. Excuse me, sir.
Re-rack the weights. Put the music. Yeah, what's up?
You've been requested to meet with the captain in the briefing room as soon as possible. We're approaching your drop-off point.
Yeah, alright. You tell him give him just 1 minute, please.
He's quite insistent.
Alright. Throw the towel over his shoulder and just start walking away.
And I'm assuming at this point you're both on your way to get
Yeah, Sim will like burst into the briefing room. I am so sorry. It's just that she got sick, and so I I couldn't just walk away.
Sim, at ease. I understand.
Yes.
I understand. Just answer the hailing next time. Tell me what's going on. I don't want you disappearing on me.
You got it.
Have a seat or stand. Find that offering seats to Lancer pilots don't always end well.
Leon had come in, towel still just like drying off his hair. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't expecting to. Oh, this is all formal. Yeah, snap a very crisp salute and then go.
Yes. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Holtz. Now, if you would both please take a look at the screen here, and it'll holo project the planet Sparr, a frozen tundra of a world that looks more like a golf ball than a planet. If not for the roaring wisps of clouds and just the strange elevation. Could have sworn it's just a ball of white putty, maybe. I'm sure you're all familiar with Sparr. Their mercenaries and techno shamans are quite well renowned. No?
I heard of it. Never looked into it much.
Well, it's an important part of Union's outreach, kind of a model for Third Com's new wave, proving how they're not SecComs. I mean, low bar to clear considering they orbital striked the planet last time. So, I think having food shipments and transporting them around the galaxy is just fine. But we're not here just to play tourist and or chaperone for techno shamans and others seeking to fight and die in strange places. We got a mission from UAD, more specifically the Disaster Relief Corps, that they have a contact. Rather, the administrator out there is requesting support from a capable Lancer team for the Sparr Wilderness Rescue Team, or WRT. And he'll pull down a map, and it'll kind of focus on an area which shows a massive impact crater to the north, but to the southwest, a city appears to be sufficiently bustling. And it's kind of built a little into underground. So he gets a better. We'll be landing. We'll be holding at an Icarus orbit distance from Yin and putting the dropship down. We might need to be called away for a brief moment, but we don't think this should take too long. We think the two of you and a local contact that we've been assured through sources knows the area well enough and can handle the locals without having to be involved in any clan feuds. Well, suffice to say, don't get too comfy.
Yeah, doesn't exactly look like a comfy place.
No, but the Sparrites like it that way. I've been told that if anyone challenged you to what was the word? Yeah, that'll come to me later. Just don't leave a bar with anybody talking particularly aggressive towards you. They like to fight. They like to hunt the giant creatures that live below the ice, and they export that wonderful commodity out into the universe. So, told to have good soup though.
Don't worry, I got Sim on my back. No one's gonna lay a hand on me.
I'm tough.
Well, that's all I've got. You'll make ground fall, and we'll get you set up in a garage and send you down. Set you and your mechs down. Meet your local guide and play nice. Should be back in time for dinner. Well, maybe. Unclear exactly what the WRT wants with you.
Yeah, we'll hope.
That's half of it. Anyway, get to the dropship. Get your mechs walking. We're not reprinting it on ground.
Yeah,
If,
Sim
go
will
ahead.
hop up and just kind of give like a quick little curtsy salute is like the energy that we're going for. Just like and then scoot on out the door.
Leon, I'm
I'll give a full crisp salute, and as Sim's walking by, just give him a little shove and head out with him.
all right. Well, you are brought to a nice little drop ship in the hangar where both of your mechs are being effectively forklift on. Although it's a large forklift. And pilot is eagerly waiting. Whenever you're set to go down, I put extra socks on just in case.
You're gonna need it. It looks cold.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, that's a good idea.
yeah. From what I've heard, it's just going to be cold forever down there. Which,
Food's good though. We're
Well, let's
not going to
hope.
be back in time for dinner.
Well.
That's as much to Leon as it is to the pilot.
Well, I figure I'll see how much ice I can get on the thrusters. Maybe
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start an icicle stand.
Can I swap out the bright green, like forest netting cloak at the back of Dawn and spray for a nice white one?
I mean, honestly, give it a few hours. It looks like you'll get it on your own. But yeah, no, you could easily. I imagine even the camo just changes with on its own. You can just select that, and it'll like mystique shuffle.
Ooh, love it.
You've all made planetfall, or are about to make planetfall, which brings us to Yin. But before we catch up on you all making planetfall, I have a question. A very important one. It's cold, obviously, in Yin. The temperature rarely reaches anything even remotely humane. That's not the important part. Reggie, what are you up to?
So there's a cozy little bar off in a corner of Yin. It's a rat hole compared to all some of the bigger ones, but it's where you can get some really, really good warm slop if you're looking for it. We kind of slowly move our way towards like the front door of this estate. Just as it's blown in by a very burly guy just going sailing through the front door. There's a commotion inside the bar, but sort of moving through the large crowd of people, right sort of just behind the door, is a tall, darker-skinned man with silverish hair and scars covering his face, a winter coat on, has a shot glass filled with dark brown liquid in one hand and a fist cocked in the other, aimed towards the door, finishes the drink and just slams it on the table. Move next time, dipshit.
You can't do that to me. I am Belonex.
And I don't give a shit. You gonna get up so I can knock you down again?
And he will certainly oblige you.
Yeah, Reggie has no problem with just punching a person in the face. That's kind of what he does. A lot, actually.
Yeah. Hey, why don't you apply fist to faces for me if you have the tag?
Happily.
I forgot it's cold Sparrs. Put on a check.
That's an 18 flat on the die with my +2 for the trigger for applying fist to face.
That is certainly going to make sure that fist is solidly applied to a face. Finding a home right on his jawline, you send him back into the land of ice and snow that is the muddy puddle of this walkway nearby.
Really?
And
No workout?
grabs at his face before getting up and just kind of giving you a stare, and then shaking his head. A Sparr tradition that you understand that, well, this is not over, and he might remember it someday. It will be a fair fight, at least. You've got some respect to it.
Reiji kind of still has his fist out, but as the kind of gets up and like shakes his jaw up, it kind of just turns it a bit into a very 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 obvious fist bump. Just inclines his head a bit.
He'll take it. He'll connect, and maybe next time then. I was very drunk today.
That's your excuse, really? I don't think I've been sober
It's
in a
the
week.
best. It's the best one.
Hey, you got me there.
But you, checking you at the time, realized you're supposed to meet that new group of tourists soon. Though I also have to ask, what is your feeling on this mission right now? Bunch of Lancer pilots coming from off-world.
What's it paying?
Oh, it's a union job, so well, not a union job. It's UAD and the Wildlife Rescue Team, which is kind of like a Firewatch / community service. So enough, but not a lot.
I could use enough. Whatever. Reiji will kind of just like look over at his kind of chrono on his wrist and just, damn it. Draw two things from his draw sort of like a long cigar from a pocket and a lighter from another, and just kind of like tap his wrist a bit and just V, pull around, gotta get moving.
Sir, if I must insist, if we are to meet your new companions, I'll have to move at double speed, at full tilt even.
Whatever makes you happy, big guy.
It is not about my happiness, but about meeting our promised duty. To escort these fine citizens. They are under our charge, Sir Renji.
You said it, not me.
And, your Virtue will come around and pick you up. We'll hold an inscription just yet so we get it collectively. We'll do a really nice big walkout later, I promise.
You got it.
Back to the two of you, landing. Sparr is cold. Yin is cold, but a little bit less so. You are dropped effectively at the doorstep of a garage where you can feel the heat radiating from inside, like a hot breeze that seems to shelter you somewhat, but oh my goodness, as you, in that brief moment where you step out of the shuttle and into, out of the dropship and into the garage, you just get a sudden, like, chill. And yeah, it's not great. But your mechs, you can get your mechs into the garage, and it's like honestly, balmy in there, like a greenhouse. A lot of heat trapped in a small area, but certainly large enough that you can work on a mech with room for others. Seems like this is digistructed, and is definitely the mark of Third Com. Just enough resources to survive. Very boring architecturally.
Typical.
Well, I'm sorry, it's not quite the Ritz-Carlton, but whatever that is.
They got one of those here?
No. It was in one of those history docs they got on the OmniNet. Ancient corpos. Sorry, I've been watching them in my free time. I'm gonna go make sure that we don't melt anything important around here. The cold snap between the engines isn't good, so.
Yeah.
What's our pilot's name?
That's an excellent question. What is your pilot's name? What's your pilot's call sign? You know them well enough.
Phoenix.
Fantastic. Well, Phoenix is going.
The dropship is called the Half Nelson.
Hell yes. Okay. But you make your way in and probably just checking your mechs, making sure the crews on the Savage 21st didn't change any settings you like. As you hear the familiar press of a mech making its way in as its legs thump in the snow and mud of Yin's streets as the hangar doors open again, letting in that stiff, nice, cool breeze. As Regi, I imagine you descend from Virtue,
Yeah.
Link, getting yourself in the nearest spot, and I would like to first ask, what does Regi see in the two of you?
You want to go first?
Basically, as soon as she sees the mech, Sim is like scrambling down from her own mech and like running over and caution to the wind, you should absolutely not do this. She's grabbing on the handholds and shouting, Virtue! Virtue, it's me! And just like giddy with excitement to see one of her AI friends.
Remind me, Reiji, do you have a way for Virtue to project voice outside of comp?
He's got speakers.
It's my most honorable symbiosis as here. It is most wonderful to see you again.
I love my
Far too long have we been apart.
I could not have hoped for a better companion than the honorable Virtue. How have you been?
do me too much credit, my friend.
Imagining as this is happening, the cockpit starts like hiss of fresh air as the cockpit opens and just, all right, please get a room, you two.
We are in the room, my good sir.
Not the point, V. Hey, Sim. Long time.
Sim will like leap from looking directly into one of the like ocular sensors on the carapace of the mech, and just like Sim is like 5'4". She's very short. She just like monkey leaps and knocks Reiji back into the cockpit.
Oh, hey. Long time, Holmes. How you been?
I've been good. You're still in one piece. They didn't tell me it was you.
Yeah, well, who else could they get? Best person for the job, right?
I bet.
How's old Lace been?
Oh my gosh.
You keeping her in shape?
Old Lace is in great shape. We're still working on Valkyrie, but Old Lace is in good shape. I need to show you the new Nexus tech that I built. It is way beyond anything that we've seen before. I can get the individual drones in fluttering, clustering anti-patterns, and I have not seen a pilot able to take out a whole swarm of them yet.
Huh. I remember you could get this one out of the hangar for a bit. Proud of you, kid. Like, ruffle her head a bit.
Leon, it's Reiji!
Because I don't think I've actually described Leon yet. He is a bit older than everyone else. By a good 10 years, I think.
Yeah, Reggie's 28.
Yeah. Front of his dark hair is definitely started to go gray in like a large patch that's kind of running backwards, mixing into salt and pepper. He's also got that just a tight black silk suit, and on top of that, a nice thick leather jacket. Just pops out of the dawn, waves, and starts walking over. Well, this is interesting. Have a little place to meet you again. What are the odds?
Reggie comes out, offers a salute. Hey, old man. You alive still?
Barely.
I owe someone $10.
Ass.
Glad you're all right, man. How's work been?
You too. You know, we do what we do.
Hear that. Speaking of which, what's the call? Taking you nerds somewhere and then you're getting the hell off my planet, right?
Sooner the better.
Couldn't agree more. Reggie says, finally hopping down to the cockpit, in a way that makes it very clear he is wearing only one pair of socks. Yeah, I brought that joke back. You're welcome.
Well, your first step is going to be heading to the UAD building, which is not too far of a walk away from here. Union likes to keep all of its stuff clustered together to be as unintrusive as possible, despite it. You'll find out. But yeah, it's up to you guys if you want to hang out here and dick around for a little bit. It's around, a little bit late in the afternoon, but I mean, it's easy to tell.
I'm realizing I also haven't described Sim in full
Yes.
in full go. So Sim is like always wearing it's like a Daisy Dukes crop top and then coveralls situation, plus or minus jackets and jewelry. She has like kind of short, constantly messy red hair. And like dangly bits of jewelry, like a hand welder that she keeps with her alongside like a welding mask on her hip. Just like you can tell that one of her big things that she does is just spend tons of time in the hangar, fixing things, putting things back together, trying out new stuff.
Absolutely excellent. So, what's the move?
Well, I'd say let's go drink first, but I'm already buzzed, so business, I guess.
Without us and everything.
Just means you're playing catch up.
Yeah, before climbing down, Sim is going to give not arsenic, virtue, a big smooch on the one of the ocular sensors, and be like, "Be good while we're gone."
My boss. My nightly cold prevents me from being little else.
Yeah, you got that one right at least. Still looking for a mute button.
You
on
need
him.
to be nicer to him.
Do well, young master.
Just don't break it until I get back, V. Love you, man.
I will be having a conversation with young Valkyrie, I am certain. And this new mech. My goodness, look at the construction. You guys can leave it.
Yeah,
He goes on.
Yeah, Reggie's like kind of like grabs them both by the shoulders, like he'll be doing that for a bit. We should go.
How long do you think he's going to talk to Dawn until he realizes that it doesn't have a comp con or an NHP?
If we get back here and he's not still talking, next first round's on me.
And Nana says that he's still talking.
Yeah.
Well, you enter the streets of Yin, snow-swept and hardy, full of snow and hardy people. It is a blend of Iron-Age longhouses and modernized prefab buildings. The Sparr people have a fascinating, wonderful culture. Speaking almost as virtue here for a second. Let me bring myself back down. That's gonna be a problem. I like them too much. Ish.
I now need at least one episode narrated by Virtue. I'm sorry. You just ruined that for yourself, boss. Sorry.
No, it was ruined. I think not.
In the anime, Virtue is the one who does all of the episode recaps.
Yes! Yes! Absolutely!
Yeah.
You enter the streets of Sparr, full of snow and hardy people. Their stories told across their skin, the techno-shamans amongst them very apparent through the more cybernetic designs. This is clearly a people that have stuck close to what they once held dear, but are now adapting to the new times. Mechs walk the street just as easily as other vehicles, often carrying a wide assortment of weapons, or some large creature's head with a victorious band of hunters clinging on as well. The culture here is very clearly inspired by a lot of Scandinavian, with some Maori roots, as As some of you are more familiar with their history would know that the colony ship Yggdrasil carried an assortment of people. So it's that fun bit of, multi-ethnic, monocultural, which I said in the pre-call, and God damn it, I think it's just a fun thing to say.
It's a very fun little statement, a little fun little turn of phrase.
But I do have a question for you all. As the runic symbology, Union Standard language, blending a little bit with the Spartunga on the street signs, what is something that your characters notice? It doesn't have to be something I've said.
I think one of the things that Sim notices is the culture of like body modification in terms of like technological enhancements is like has incorporated some like tattooing and like textured styles. So when you see like a cybernetic limb or like cybernetic enhancements on skin, it'll be sort of patterned like any tattoos that person has, but it'll be almost like overlaid bands of like iridescent silvers and golds mixed in with whatever color the like tattoos and ink that they already have is.
If I could build on that, I'd say that those who Rage would be able to identify as members of blood clans have this particular style of wearing medals on their arms if they have cybernetics or tattooed in a certain way to show their affiliation and deeds.
I'm
Oh,
so
cool.
mad because that was literally exactly what mine was gonna be, Vermin, and somehow you still made it cooler. I'm so upset.
Circuit tattoos, they sound amazing.
Yeah, nah, that's fire.
Yeah.
What else do you notice?
Definitely the architecture. The mixture of cross bracing with obviously like homage to old longboat like design structures, but mixed in with metallic framing and like mirror coating that keeps any reflection from beaming off the houses as to not blind people with the little bit of light that reflects off the snow. And I'm sure just immense use of natural furs and leathers that just adorn everything.
Oh yes, the creatures that were discovered during the old sagas certainly provide quite a lot. Though it does chill you a little bit to think that some of them look like complete sets and not like they've been stitched together with a lot of things, and they're quite large.
I think almost kind of following along with both of those, the one thing that I think Reiji is kind of taking in as like one part he's always enjoyed about Yin is just like it's almost sort of general. It's a thing you can't really see at first glance, but like once you take in enough of the city and the people and the architecture and the culture, just that hardiness, that treating life as a sort of consistent conflict. Everything is about overcoming something else. And you see that just everywhere, like the butcher stand on the corner isn't just like showing off the pieces of meat. It's made to show off the thing he just killed and to show off like, yeah, I just hunted this thing and I'm cutting it up so you can eat it now, Every part of this, like construction, like there's people working on like fortification right now and they are literally competing on who can hammer in like this structure operates harder. Like it's everything is about conflict and competition for these people.
I love the idea that like that butcher shop that you just described, it's got like one of those doner kebab rotisseries.
Yeah.
But like you can see that instead of having just like a metal shank in the middle, they're just like, yeah, no, we cut the bone and then it's got this spindle.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, no, absolutely.
He's wearing his scars just as proudly as his products. and he'll gladly show you where the thing you're about to eat bit him.
Absolutely, yeah. It's probably what he's even known for. Is like every time someone comes there and
He's-
buys something, he's like, oh yeah, I killed that last week. Got a good hold of my arm over here actually, and just
Yep.
goes off for a good 15 minutes.
Oh, yes. Every purchase usually comes with a story. That's why people usually buy through the OmniNet. Less hassle. Or like, he'll call back to some nephew or something that's apprenticed under him, and he'll come out, show them the wound, show them the wound on your arm, show them the wound where he bit you and stuck you right through the neck. And, people like reluctantly half stripping in the street, but of course they do anyway. They don't need to worry about the cold. They can survive out here, of course.
Damn straight we can.
Hell yeah.
Making your way down to the UAD building, you find it sticks out like a sore thumb. Given that it's completely prefab and only incorporating local customs in regards to the door frame, it looks like they kind of almost dropped it here after clearing the area and like destructed it up, and then we're like, okay, standard design maybe doesn't look as good. We might want to so it's nice. It's very union, which in the Sparry culture around you just almost seems a little bland. But you make your way in easily enough. The front desk. Oh, it's a shame Berman walked away just now. The virtual. Effectively, there's no desk area, but rather two projectors that will create a large nondescript head shape. Greetings and welcome to the Union Administration Bureau building here on Sparr.
I actually love that Vermin just got back here, specifically because I was gonna have the reason that Symbiosis, Sim didn't respond to this NHP, being that Reggie just went, we can't, nope, we don't have time, and was gonna stop her. But I love the idea that
she was actually still talking to the butcher and listening to his story because she was like, I'm kind of hungry, and you were like, no, not this guy.
Nope,
we
not
got
trust
places to be, and she's just like,
yeah.
Whoa, and then what happened? And then what happened?
No, and then we get in front of this NHP, and Reggie goes to stop her again before she loses it at another AI, but just turns and she's already gone. Just
you can quickly estimate that it's more of a CompCon unit, but
fair enough.
if you're not stopping to
nah.
But yes, Administrator Isaac has made it has cleared his schedule as soon as told me to clear his schedule as soon as you arrive. It has been done. Please head upstairs.
Much appreciated.
Top flight treatment, huh? That's a first.
And you guys can get on an elevator. They'll bring you up 2 floors. To out of the snow and out of the rushness of the streets.
What do you mean that's not? They not usually treat you right around here?
Not necessarily. Everyone's usually fine, but I usually avoid the old UAD buildings. I'm a little more at home with the, let's say the locals.
They not get along with the locals?
It's mixed here or there. Places like this, it's usually all good, but the further out you go from the center, it can get a little more tense.
Well, the doors open to a office that looks less like a corporate office and more like a firewatch station, with full windows all around you. Stepping out, there's a man standing behind a simple desk, though you turn around. He seems to be in his early 40s, maybe mid 40s. His hair is effectively all grayed, though. Wears a formal suit, well, at least a formal jacket, and has glasses. As he turns, you notice there is a small Sparrite symbol on his forehead, meaning dignitary or friend, a visiting friend, really. you've seen it on some union officials that are here. But greets you with a smile and welcome. Please, could I offer you some cocoa?
I'll pass.
Are you
Yeah,
sure? It's quite good.
I'm
And it
all
keeps
right.
the chill out of your heart.
I don't mind. Keep me awake.
Well, your loss. And he'll motion over and he'll look towards you, some cocoa.
Yes.
And he'll head over to a small machine. It's, you know, like effectively like a food replicator. But he just will tap a button and get some things. But he'll, interestingly enough, open up a small like prefab material packet and dump in some powder, mixing it up. Which, you know, if you've done any time, is kind of like a ready meal kind of thing. But he mixes it up and with the heat brings it over to you and got little marshmallows in it.
Of course it does.
This is
Yeah.
the best.
The water should be just about right. I think I've fine-tuned it my time here.
Yeah, Sim will, like, if there's like a couch or anything, I don't know what the seating situation is here.
There's
she
some-
folds
there's-
up very neatly on and perches on like some part of whatever chair is available.
There's
and
some,
absolutely
there's some
gremlins.
chairs. Yeah, there's some chairs and a couch.
Reggie will comfortably arm fold and wall lean.
Window lean.
You know?
All glass.
Exactly. Window wall.
Window wall.
Take a
Anyway,
nice
here's
middle
window
ground.
wall.
Imagine there's this like pause, right? Because normally somebody's supposed to start the business end of things, but I think Leon and Sim kind of like look at each other, expecting somebody else who's not here to like start engaging in the business side of things.
Well,
Who's in charge when we don't have our CO?
I say
Who
you
do
are,
you?
Sim.
Yeah.
I'm in charge.
Sounds funny. Why not?
Well,
Funny.
hello. I'm Administrator
That's a
Isaac.
reprimand. That's going on your permanent record.
She's Reggie deadpans at the administrator. Just she's in charge.
Ah. Well, I'll be sure to try and clear that up in the future. How's the cocoa?
It's great. Full marks.
Very glad to hear that. Well, I understand you're the commanding officer of this group of lancers that I've asked for the help of.
Well, I'm not the commanding officer. I'm just our commanding officer. Got sick.
Acting commanding officer, then.
This is our EXO.
Well, I'm glad you can make it planet side, and hope you have a chance to enjoy Sparr when this is all over. Honestly, lovely people.
On to the business.
Yes, the business, of course. It's a bit of an odd one, I'm afraid. We sent out a group a few days ago to respond to a distress signal near the base of the Fjallander Mountains. That was before the blizzard came down and took out their comms, and well, we haven't heard from them since. Our wilderness rescue organization doesn't bring in a lot of mana. Well, you know, we're a public institution, not a military company. But if you bring them back safe, I'll put in a good word for you with the higher ups. Maybe see what the UAB can offer you in the future. Get you some upgrades for some future jobs.
Sound of that. Sorry, I don't think I caught your name.
Administrator Isaac, at your service.
So, what's the risk factor like? Anything ratty out there, or just the usual?
Well, it took out a team of, it took out the team led by Sergeant Helgi, and they were responding to another distress call when they went dark. After the blizzard came down, which is odd. Uh, it was pretty far out in the mountains, which runs the risk of glacier beasts. So beyond that, I couldn't quite tell you.
Can I
You
ask
say
a...
it.
Sorry.
Do you mean the storm? Or are you expecting hostile fauna? Or is this like a land pirate situation?
Well, there are a number of raiding groups out in the wilds there that we can't quite track down. At the very least, not the wilderness rescue team. That's not our MO. The storms are certainly dangerous. They have plenty of mechs freeze up outside of Yin. Additionally, there's quite a large amount of megafauna out here. Makes it quite dangerous. Especially with the smaller teams. That's part of the reason we exist. Help stranded pilots, other caravans, making sure they can get between the many the safer areas.
Can I ask a GM question?
Sure.
The sergeant you gave name, Helsky, I believe it was?
Helgi.
Helgi, sorry. Are they a local?
Yes.
So, okay. So yeah, I think when that gets mentioned, Reggie definitely kind of cocks an eyebrow and like kind of talking about like, as Sim talks about the various like dangers that like it could be mentioned, Reggie kind of like just like tilts his head a bit and just forgot a Helsky or one more time? Helgi.
Helgi.
I don't know why you want to put a ski in there for some reason. I'm just it's real ski right now for me. It's I'm behaving myself.
That's Slavic languages.
You know, that's fair.
Comes.
That's a different cultural group. My bad. So yeah, I think just kind of like I said, just like if it got a Helgi squad, couldn't have been a storm, unless they got really unlucky. Whatever got them. We'll get it when we see when we get out there.
That's what I'm concerned about. One of the main things I think could have brought them down is the glacier beasts. And catching them in a storm is bad enough, but it would give them it would give that kind of creature an advantage over our teams. Didn't help the call was strange, and they were likely making slow progress towards it.
Probably be a hell of a fight when we find it. Sounds like fun, yeah?
Well, hopefully no fight. Hopefully simple escort mission back.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, who knows? Kind of mumbles, we get in a fight, maybe they'll pay us more.
But that's all I have for you. Keep your comms open as best you can. We've had a number of storms lately that makes communication difficult, but I'm certain that you can prevail. I've heard great things about your team. And I'm quite familiar with your S-Force, Reggie.
I think Reggie kind of just like eyes over to Sim, just, well, it's a call, Commander.
Right. We accept this mission. Yes.
Watch less movies, please.
Now you're doing great.
Well, I'll be here and within comms with your team if need be.
All right, then.
All right.
Best of luck, pilots. It's dangerous out there.
If it wasn't, they wouldn't have called us, so...
Well said. Then you all are free to leave and head back to the hangar.
Sweet.
So the current situation is it's getting a little late in the day. Are you going to head out immediately, or are you going to wait for a first light?
Let's go drink.
I get
If this is
behind
a
that.
if this is a rescue mission, how long have they been out there?
The call went out. Yes. Well, the team disappeared yesterday.
And how late today is it?
The last team went out yesterday, and then the late in the day, I'd say 6, 7 p.m.
So we still got maybe what, an hour or two of light?
No, it's pretty much about to get dark in the next few minutes, because just with the way the storms are going to whip through here, and you are below surface a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Reggie would maybe notice some indecision on Sim's face, because I think he knows Sim definitely wants to get out there because she cares a lot, which is fair. And I think Reggie just says, "We won't have sunlight a lot longer. Tomorrow will be better."
What if something happens before then?
Then it'll happen whether or not we're there.
It's not a bad point. I can only assume it gets even colder once the sun's down.
You have no idea.
If they're trapped somewhere, it could be life or death.
No Lancers. They can handle one more day.
You know this place better than we do. I trust your judgment.
Yeah.
He does soften a bit and just looks at Sim. Just, you cool with that?
We won't be able to help them if we get ourselves into a bad spot.
Slap Leon in the back. Let's go drink then.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
And yeah, I think he'll probably lead them to sort of, again, with the blend of kind of Scandinavian and Maori cultures. He'll kind of there's an old sort of like not the bar he was previously in, but a much sort of like more sort of like refined kind of like, you know, inn sort of style place called the Totway, which he's visited very, very frequently. He takes the group over there. The moment they walk in, there's an very, very lovely looking Maori woman behind the bar, covered in tattoos, very, very vibrant hair color, almost like the sea, who gives Reiji a very, very warm smile. And he just, Melina, it's been a bit.
Sim will kind of like do the thing where she skips ahead, turns back, and does like big eyebrows at Reiji, and then hops up on a stool next to the bar, almost tipping it over but catching it.
I'm gonna say the eye roll Reiji gives seems like a normal I'm annoyed eye roll to Leon, but to Sim it's a look she's seen before, and it's very much, yes, we fucked, don't talk about it.
It's always good to see you. What can I get you? And your friends?
Anything they want. Call it a tab if you want. I'll wait for a bit. Let them catch up.
You know, that's not how it works here.
Well, what, you need me to slag some asshole again, or knock off some glacier beast? What?
Well, think of something. I heard some rumors you went to the UAB building. You heading out into the cold soon?
Babysitting.
Not a baby.
Thanks for that.
Doesn't even acknowledge either of those responses. Just
give me first looks at what you find out there in regards to salvage or trophies, and I'll make sure you all can't see straight tonight.
last time you said that, never mind. We have company.
We do.
Yeah, just nod. Ma'am.
Sir, what can I get you? And you can all proceed to get absolutely hammered if you want. You get yourselves. Oh yeah.
Is this like a downtime?
It could be. Yeah. You could all get a damn drink.
We get a damn drink.
Doesn't sound like a bad thing.
I mean, on a night or less, we lose our dignity, our possessions, or our memory. But yeah.
You assume I have dignity. Let's roll.
The only thing that I'd like to do before we absolutely, can't see straight and pass out would be to just leave my self suit with Dawn and have her just running diagnostics on like the weather, the color patterns of the area, just so the self suit is ready to fully blend in.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
I've been meaning to say, instead of having like a proper jacket, what Sim did when we left the hangar is like her mech. If we looked at it, looked like it was covered in a huge tarp that was just like barely kind of moving in a breeze. She literally just like washed her hand over it and pulled some of the fabric with her as her own kind of like cloak.
Hmm. Cloaks are cool.
Cloaks are very cool. I
Very
agree.
cool.
Aesthetics. I'm into
Aesthetic.
We're here for the aesthetic.
So, would you all, if you get a damn drink,
Damn straight I would.
why don't you all make me a roll?
Ugh. That is a number.
What is the number?
The number would be... Hold on. It's a 16, sir. I could tell if 16 or 19. They were both fine numbers. I don't know why I freaked out, but there you go.
All right.
It's a 19, baby.
Woo!
Well,
I'm gonna add my +2 to that because I don't know what I'm gonna roll next.
Hey.
And I will get a better version of the move.
That's
I don't know
21.
exactly how that works, but
21, you gain 2 from the 10 to 19 list as reserves.
hey,
Sorry, what did you get, Leon?
oh,
12. All right, so you all succeeded on getting a damn drink, which means you gain 1 as reserves and lose 1. So you can gain a good reputation, a friend or connection, a useful item or piece of information, or a convenient opportunity. But you also lose 1 of them. How does your night go? On a 20, yeah, you get a lot of stuff. You don't lose.
I get 2 and I don't lose anything, which I choose to interpret as Sim drinks them both under the table.
I am so fine with that.
Yep.
beautiful.
Absolutely no problem with that.
Nobody notices, but she kind of like leans over and like pulls back a piece of like synth flesh and like just turns her liver function higher.
Yeah, it sounds
Her
about right.
her panacea module is just like overclocked.
Panacea module. That's good. I like that.
It's in the book.
Oh.
There's so much stuff in the book.
Well, good job, book.
Yeah. Who wrote this game? They write good lore. That's
Hey,
weird.
Good job, person who wrote this game. I think I have an idea for what Reiji gains and loses, but I'll wait on it if anyone else wants to go first.
I think Leon's probably making a friend. One of the older, less active warriors around that's definitely spent his time hunting some of the bigger beasts and that you've heard of. And they'd swap stories of 2 very different experiences and 2 very different kinds of combat.
I will say that he'll gladly tell you about some of the super fauna he's hunted, notably the glacier beast, and how you gotta be careful with it. You see, it can blend into just about any damn thing. So if you didn't see it, that's the problem. Don't let it go, and it'll run away like nothing else. I've never seen anyone able to pin one in place for too long. But don't take it alone. That's death.
I might see if I can't track one down, and I mean that's not far off from my own expertise, going unseen, slipping away. So if I could see how they do it here, it might give me the edge in the future.
Reiji comes in and slides in real quick. He's like a ghost. Very drunk, and then just slides off into the distance again.
I wouldn't wish a glacier beast on anyone, friend, even if I thought they could come out of it still kicking.
Much appreciated.
And what do you lose?
Oh. Fortunately, I think a convenient opportunity. What was supposed to be some early morning scouting, instead of getting lay of the land, getting maybe some topographical maps, he's gonna sleep right through that.
Well, so, hmm. All right, so you use a piece of information for your gain, right?
Yep.
All right, so in that case, I'll use a different thing. So, Reiji gets smashed. And he's normally able to hold his liquor pretty well, but he just, I don't know, maybe he's nervous, maybe he's bored, maybe he's tired of these two fucks already.
Sorry, no, he said he's a friend or reputation or connection. That's what he got.
Oh, okay. Cool. In that case, so yeah, so Reiji gets super drunk, absolutely smashed, has a great time. In fact, Sim has definitely seen him cut loose before, but I imagine Leon's probably never seen Reiji get like real loose. It's probably a bit of a surprise. Like, oh hey, he can have a good time if he wants to.
Ew.
You know, it happens. Halfway through I guess towards the end of the night, as everyone's debating on either tucking in or getting more drunk, he cuts Melina some eyes, unfortunately, and it's just the wrong time to cut someone some eyes. So they have an evening. The next morning, the thing that I gain is a useful piece of information. As Reiji's prepping to leave, she tells him a bit of a rumor she heard about like the area they're heading towards. You can let me know what that is.
Yeah, so she can tell you about the Fjallender Mountains. It's she'll obviously be like, I don't like you going up there, full of glacier beasts, and even if it is for a rescue operation, that last group that went out was tough. I mean, though they did say there was the signal was coming from northeast of here. If that helps at all. I don't know if that's gonna hold, but just promise you'll be careful.
I can't promise much, but he kind of starts making his way towards the door. Can promise you probably won't see me again, as the thing I'm going to lose here is a friend or connection.
Oh my goodness, trauma. All right. So, Sim, you figured out what you want now? What do you want when you're drinking?
I think I want a friend or connection, and a useful item or piece of information. And specifically, I think they're probably interlinked because I think the connection that I want to make is with Sim starts like drinking and talking shop with techno shamans.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. You are going to get a whole lot of insight into how they keep their and because you guys are actually you find you have a lot in common with your veneration of NHPs and how they're kind of their own aspects and they seem to hold them almost in a deific status to a degree, or at least as parts of a god. Splinters of infinity kind of thing. I will say that by continuing to talk with them, you're going to gain some unique insights into how they keep their mechs running and up to date, and you can get an accuracy for systems checks.
Ooh, okay. Cool. Is that
Or-
for the rest of the session?
For the mission, yeah, for the mission.
Cool. I love that.
Well, man, you got your 20. And second, are you just doing friends and?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
friends and information.
Okay, yeah, no, perfect. Yeah, you find yourself quickly ingratiated, and someone gives you a nod, and you quickly learn is a member of the Volsung clan, who they're just a group of extremely talented techno shamans that hold little interest in blood connections and rather recruiting those who they deem worthy. And from your splurge, they seem to have their eye on you.
I'm flattered.
Well. But the next morning, the sun will rise, and I think now, before you head off onto your mission, would be a great time for us to take our first break.
Could not agree more.
So, everyone, go and we're gonna take a quick second to do some refueling and defueling. So, sit tight, get comfy, get warm, maybe have some cocoa. I don't know. Seems thematic at the very least. And we'll be right back with you shortly.
Yes.
Thank you
we
very
will.
much.
Pressing the button now. We're going. We're gone.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sparr, most glorious planet in all the universe, where the ice is cold and the people are colder.
They only wear one pair of
Or
socks,
warmer.
though.
They are, well, depends. There's at least one person on this planet now wearing 2 socks. How long they will survive is unclear.
Weak-willed.
We join our pilots in the morning, recovering from their night of jubilation and various other activities. As the hangar doors open, exposing giving you all a lift out of the small decline that Yin is in, and lifting you out to the frozen embrace. And as our camera cinematically holds at the icy, frozen top of this lift, what do we see as you're all cinematically brought up and even with the level?
Okay, I need to say this first and foremost because we all did this, but cloaks. All of our mechs have cloaks.
They're different fashions, but absolutely.
I have a small coif of hair in the back of my mech and some thrusters. No actual cloak, though.
Oh, I thought you had also done a cloak.
Virtue has no cloak. The first prototype design had a cloak.
Oh, might be.
Totally fine. He's got hair, though. A little bit of hair.
All of the off-world mechs have cloaks.
Weak-willed.
Well, Dawn, of course, being on the lighter side of mechs, a lot of the armor plating that you would usually see on an Everest has been removed and replaced with, light dampening, non-reflective plating that helps to just blend in. And the aforementioned cloak is like military netting, tattered cloth, and all of it, of course, adjust to the various colors or density of whatever they need to hide in.
If one were to look at Virtue bereft of all the extra upgrades, armor changes, and the weaponry, you could look at the frame and say, I think that's an Everest. It's an incredibly old pattern of a mech that was probably a precursor to the Everest suit, but it's been since refitted with lots of plates of bone white and sort of off snow-colored armor in different colors, a very bulky chest plate and 2 large thrusters kind of rimming and haloing the neck. There's a high gorget about the neck area where a kind of knight's helm styled helmet with a single horizontal barred visor, where there's a single glowing red eye. There's a sort of high crested helm and then a coif of hair behind it. The mech is carrying in its right arm a very large kind of tower pattern shield with a decoration of a very, very pretty but scantily clad woman on it. And in the other left hand, it has a really large sort of 2-handed lance tucked under his shoulder. As sort of, cockpit pan in, Virtue is kind of just like, tapping at some consoles, grabbing a puff from a cigar and just, technically just like, all right, coolant's leveled, motive drives are functioning, weapons online. You ready, V?
Begins in earnest. Let all tremble before our just might.
Yeah, and there's definitely that slight moment of just like, Reggie kind of cracking his neck in the head, just like, damn straight, big guy. Let's kick ass.
And yes,
Finally.
finally.
Old Lace is at some point, Old Lace was an extremely beautiful mech, and that's no longer the case. Um, the the frame, if it were to stand to its full height, would probably tower a good uh, uh, additional 10 or 15 feet above the other mechs. But it is hunched over and wrapped in this ever shifting cloak. Um, it's only a few microns thick, and it's always moving, and it's angular in a way that's hard to describe. Every so often, it turns slightly and disappears entirely because it's so narrow, so thin. Um, it the whole mech gives the impression of being like a too long cryptid, like a Slenderman kind of a vibe. And instead of the traditional like head mounted areas, there's something that appears a lot like a deer skull. You can't see any like visible ocular sensors on it, um, but the antlers are covered in, when you look closely, hundreds of moth-shaped drones that like flutter around and behind the mech as it walks, using a enormous thermal lance gun, not like a lance,
That's my thing.
as a kind of cane slash walking stick slash heavy ordnance. It lurches whenever it moves. It shudders. It is unnerving to behold.
I don't know if I actually said the name of my mech, but her full name is the Dawn's First Light. Because if you're gonna get a jump on your target, you use that rising sun to just cover you. It masks you in the shadow, and all they can see is the sun.
I hadn't even peeped that was like the naming convention you were going for, and that's really smart.
Well, the lip locks, and you hear over your comms Phoenix's voice crackle through. Even now, the heavy Arctic winds providing some degree of static. Well, hey pilots, lift's locked, and all lights are green. Good hunting.
Arsenic and Old Lace, moving out.
This is Ragey. I got Virtue with me. Let's break shit.
Boris and Dawn, they're not gonna see us coming. Be back before you know it.
So, here's how this is going to work, everybody. You are going to have to zoom in a bit.
Clearly.
You are here. Somewhere on this map is the group you're trying to rescue. How do you choose to find them? That's up to you. Each hex is about 3 hours worth of travel, though.
I think Ragey kind of just taps in as we're spreading out. Just got a tip that I heard they might have been headed towards the mountains up north. Start there.
Yeah. If there's anything.
Just a question. So there's, looking at the map, on B2, there's kind of a shadowy cloud.
There's some gook.
That's a landmark. And without knowing the geography of Sparr too well and not getting a map of the local area, as unfortunately someone missed that, you're unsure of what that is. But
Someone missed that. Should I have gotten a map?
Imagine learning about
being
it.
the CO is terrible. I never want to do this again.
Well,
Leon had mentioned that he had every intention of scouting out some of the local area beforehand, but didn't.
Well, thankfully, you've got a local on hand. So, what's that thing? I'm sure Ragey might have an idea. Does Foxy know as a player? No. Are we going there? Yup, Absolutely.
Let's roll. Let's head
Yes.
towards B2.
So you guys can decide. I'm going to tell you right now, you have full control of where you're heading, and if at any point you want to try and feel out a direction, you let me know, and we can make the requisite checks. But if the decision is to head to B2, after a brisk 3 hours at the cold, for those of you not familiar to the planet, even with your modifications, seeps in. Your skin getting goosebumps almost instantly. Even you can feel them under your suits. This is a cold beyond cold. Something that humanity's best response to survive it has been to avoid it. So, heading out here in your mechs with all your technology, as decrepit or modern or paracausal as it is, it's cold as hell.
I think Reggie kind of taps. It's kind of like a scene of like all the mechs kind of like slow trotting up the like through the waist. It's like a comm tap in across the comms and just you hear that? You feel that good Sparr weather yet, friends?
Man, yeah, I thought you said it was going to be cold out here.
Oh, come on. Don't put on the brave face, old man. You can shiver a bit. I won't say anything.
So, see you, friend.
Oh, wait, is this cold?
Yeah. No. Probably used to be colder.
Thankfully, we'll be out of here before you know it.
Slow, deep breaths, Sin. Take it easy. Remember?
I'm gonna fire off my thermal lance just to get the reactor hotter.
That's not a terrible idea, but as you approach, you see the landscape shift. A lot of rocks are raised and covered by snow still, but you come to a large crater. Reggie, your familiarity with the local culture would know this is the goddess's crater. It's a giant wreck that's impacted onto the earth. A lot of people hold some reverence for it. A lot of people think it's, Union records indicate it's a failed outreach mission.
Stand to, kids. We're on holy ground.
You all can see it's massive. I mean, this thing is like I'm trying to think of a proper Earthworld example. It's like a small sea without water filling it. Not quite perfectly circular, but you can with an extension of range for your optics, you can start to make out the other side. It just looks like a big crash site that's been frozen over and thawed out very barely multiple times.
Is this something that the techno shamans would have talked about?
Yes, this is. They will note that this is where. Well, there's some discrepancy. There was some.
They would talk about it in different terms than like a scientist would talk about
Yes. So they know that. They speak about Yinaval, the goddess of Sparr, who was freed from her captors in this crater. Effectively, this massive destructive event happened, and Unival freed herself and led Sparr until. And this is where the story gets a little thing. Either she was destroyed by the barbarians known as Secom, or she proved herself to be not as powerful as Union's gods, and was thrown down. And obviously now the better gods are in charge. So those are the two stories. That it's like a singular path that branches.
Yeah.
The saga is a little, it's divisive.
When
It was
you
written over
say
500 years ago, so makes sense.
When you say holy, you actually mean like they worship this place?
Yeah, Yenneval. Well, if you look up records from this area written by Union, uh, Yenneval is an NHP, and
Damn.
she was part of the colony ship that was sent out here, as I understand it.
Yggdrasil.
It outreach
Yes,
mission.
no.
Not to post teach yourself.
Oh, no, never mind. That too. In character, Ray just said the appropriate name for the ship.
There's no. I don't think there's a specific record for the name, but it was.
I'm gonna say there are probably several different like cultural like denominations that have been given to it for across different different places of Sparr. Reggie just shoots off one of them. There's probably 3 or 4 different names he's heard of it called by. He just shoots off whatever one comes to mind first. And I imagine him and Sim probably like mentioned this place once before, so that's why Sim would be like, "Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the place we're talking about."
But the suffice to say, the ship. It's not as what's it called? Not as well known, but the people, the NHP aboard it. Of course, I didn't write the gosh dang name down, but I have it right here. Oh my gosh. The NHP was part of the ship and was the one thing that survived effectively. Everyone else,
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, what Sim will go on to say is, it was a really unique situation because Yenneval ended up splitting herself hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, like polyps from an anemone.
Prudent Interval
Prudent
was
interval.
the official name of the NHP that went on to call itself Unival.
As I understand it, after Union arrived, there was a distinct effort to shut down additional copies of Yenneval being propagated, and it's hard to say whether they got all of them, but they're definitely a lot rarer than they used to be.
The Dawn would just lower down to one knee, put a hand on the ground. Don't mind us, we're just passing through. And then get up and keep walking.
Well, at that you can notice that a large snowstorm is beginning to move in. Just like a wall of light approaching you all. Not
damn.
uncommon on Sparr, but not the
From what
best.
direction?
It is heading east-west.
So easterly.
Yes.
Great.
Ah, damn. If you got boosters, cut them on. 10% maximum. Just keep them warm.
You know this is about to definitely be a cold snap and a reduce of sensor range at the very least.
Yeah. Tighten up. Keep information close. Don't get lost out here.
Yeah. The Dawn's gonna activate the flight system at like minimal capacity, enough to generate basically a balancing amount of heat compared to the cold.
Reggie's or Virtue's EVA system will do the very same kind. Just spool up very lightly enough to kind of like keep a very soft kind of off orange burn in the boosters, but doesn't actually fire up at all. Just enough to kind of keep them warm.
So, as you are going to continue moving onward, you can tell me what direction you're going next. That would be great. If you want to attempt to start tracking them through some means, feel free. But something to keep in mind that if your mech does not move or boost on your turn, you'll become immobilized. This lasts until you break free with a successful hull check as a quick action on your next turn. But in addition, everyone's getting resistance to heat.
So we're better off just picking a steady direction and boosting straight forward. Straight line, right?
Yeah, I think I don't have any skill triggers that would help us track anything down, and I don't carry any gear that would help us with that either.
I got you.
Same.
So
Also,
I
we
have.
have 2+2s in the chat, just so.
Oh, thanks, chat.
Ooh.
Yeah, they came in a hot minute ago.
Y'all are lovely.
I do have the spot trigger. I also have a smart scope, which would of course send to both of you, because you would get a heads-up display of what is coming through the scope. It has thermal. It can reach up to 10 miles, adjusting for elevation, wind, weather, all that good stuff.
That blizzard's going to cut down visibility pretty hard on you all. If not a complete whiteout, it's basically like immediate visibility is going to go down to 3. Sensors can't break range 10, which I don't think should be a problem for ever since last Samarthas. So
Yeah. I was actually gonna say, I know I don't necessarily have the biggest or the best sensors, but I think if there's an issue of like ice storm or ice damage, put me in front when the time comes. 'Cause
Agreed.
you can use me as hard cover.
Hell yeah. I love a little hardcover.
a little tough love.
Well, as far as like
Soft cover, we don't judge.
fair enough. As far as triggers and gear that could be helpful, I both have a smart scope and the trigger survive the wilds.
Ooh,
That's a
bravo.
So, yeah.
Where'd you go?
So,
Well, why don't you
I made that
with
cool.
the if you are open to assisting, Leon, you can Reiji, you can make it with an accuracy.
Oh.
Just given the tough conditions, but
Yeah,
if you're both working in on it,
Yeah.
with your trigger, of course, applying here.
And the accuracy is what in system? Remind me. I mean,
It's a D6.
Cool.
You roll a D6 in addition to your whatever you roll.
Ooh,
In your
I almost didn't roll my Reiji dice. What's wrong with me? That's I'm a fool. I'm a foolish fool who's grown foolish. Now let's fix that immediately by not doing that thing I almost did. Here we go. See, I'm glad I did that. Bigger numbers. That is a 14 on the D6 with my +2 makes it a 16. I'll throw yeah, you know what? I'll throw my chat +2 in that as well for 18, and then I got a +1 on a D6. That's 19.
close to a critical, but
Almost.
almost. But that's still a very good roll. So with the thermals and a bit of history tracing, you can pretty easily tell that that your immediate area around here isn't. Well, they didn't come by this way. You recognize that that there was definitely some groups that went around here, but the tracks don't feel like they should. Like there's a. How did I say this? You're familiar enough with the frames that the WRT uses, and this isn't them. But you recall as you're searching that your friend, or I guess no longer friend, mentioned they were heading northeast.
Mm-hmm. And the mountains are due east.
And the mountains are due east, and applying that, you'd figure you'd have a pretty strong bet heading either north to A3 or B4 for your next move at the very least.
That was my thought. Verma, I saw you had a finger up there.
I was just thinking about this. You said that Reiji would be familiar with the tracks that the mechs would leave. I wonder if there's like I imagine that the Sparry people, to be able to recognize like who's come through, have maybe like done designs specific to like units on the feet.
The different blood clans have different designs. They'll definitely imprint, and usually the groups. It's of course, maybe not the best example, but in Pompeii there was a way of advertising for prostitutes that they would have sandals. So when the volcanic soot would fall, they would basically have a little thing that said "Follow me" and an address. Wherever they
love
robbed.
that for them.
It's
Actually,
it's a historical fact. We know exactly how they got down in ancient Rome.
I love that for them. More
And they
power
did
to
money.
them. Actually,
It's a similar method here, where it's
Talk
not
about selling your souls.
God damn it! God damn it!
Ah.
How often are you playing this?
Sorry, I just want to. I want to be clear. We are pro sex worker on this stream. That was just a pun that I couldn't let go.
Oh, of course. Hold it close. Hold it tight.
My
Hold
shit's
the
on
whole
the
night.
tip of your tongue.
Hey.
Anyway, but yeah, there are different styles, more of like a aposematic warning system. Like, hey, don't mess with us. We're tough. We're tough people. We're pretty badass, if you know what I mean. And you know, especially if they're with the Blood Clan, they want to let you. They want to let you know, like, hey, if you're with us, this is where we went. If you're not with us, you should stay away from this position. But yeah. Those are the to your best guess. A3 and B4 are both solid moves.
Yeah, I think Rachel kind of just say like, mountains are either due east or due northeast, right into that blizzard. You want to take point, Commander? It does add a fair, heavy flavor of sarcasm on the word Commander.
Let's head due east. If they were headed further east or further north, I expect we would come across their tracks more readily there.
On your wing.
Right behind you.
So you head due east.
That's the call.
B4. You go.
What?
Ah, damn it. Damn it.
Before you go, I need you to roll me a D100.
Boom.
Everyone or one of us?
One person.
Go for it, Captain.
It's all on you, Commander.
Okie dokie.
And I need you to tell me high or low.
Let's go low, because that just feels right.
All right.
It's high.
That's all the information.
81.
That's all the information. That's all the information I needed to know.
Can I also add that I'm appreciating the amount of mech lingo we're working into our dialogue already. I'm a big fan. Really giving me good tingles. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Love to see you tingly.
Well, you find yourselves heading towards what appears to be a simple enough pass. Let me reveal a bit more of the map here, just as I am not satisfied with the amount I revealed thus far.
Let me make sure the stream's got it all viewed
Oh yeah,
properly.
no, oh don't worry, I haven't brought you over yet. But
Sweet. Oh, hell yeah! Look at those pretty mechs.
let's do some freehand drawing here and make it very clear. You're heading towards a bit of a pass in the ice. Elevation here is about 15 feet up. And with the snow being what it is, your visibility is low. Not too much of a problem still, but, you know, it's not great.
Turk, my mech is size 2.
Is it? Oh, gosh.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, it sure is.
All right. I put it in the wrong size. So, rather than panic and get you a size 2 thing, I'm going to make you yay big, and we're going to make it work.
I believe in
Yeah. Can I sit between the
You should be able
things?
to. You should be able to move it if you want.
Oh, I see. Boom. Oh no,
Yeah.
it won't. It snaps to grid.
Hold Alt.
Okay.
Hold Alt. Hold Alt.
Hold Alt and
Yeah,
I can
hold
make
Alt.
you
Yeah,
bigger.
there you go.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, that's good.
Fuck yeah.
Perfect.
Big lady. I'm sorry.
Well, this is the thing. It's like my mech is as big as I am small.
I love that. I'm a big fan.
Where are they? Sorry, I need to make sure these fellas are in the right spots.
That's why you're the commander. Biggest mech. Makes
Well,
the
you know
most
how it is.
You're the biggest in the
Oh,
The
fight.
bigger the mech, the badder the lady.
You should have just delivered that one a little harder, honestly, because it wasn't bad. If you just like committed to that one, it would have been fine. But like, you kind of bugged out halfway
The
through.
bigger the mech, the badder the lady.
There you go.
That's
You know what they say about big
that's
mechs?
something that Sin says all the time. It's not something that I say all the time.
I like it. I'm a fan of it.
Making your way through, you can continue to move yourselves up. As you'll start picking up signatures, like 1 or 2 spaces forward if you guys want to move up yourselves.
All right. Right behind you, commander. Do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
Yes, up right there.
Eh.
As out of the snow, you see a number of very hostile-looking mechs filled to the brim with hard edges and makeshift parts, heading your way with great speed. Over your comms, you hear just a barest gurgle over the open. Something for you to stay warm.
You want to try that one again?
It's lost in the garble. And I'm gonna need everybody to not roll initiative because that would be a silly thing to do.
Yeah.
It's your move, pilots.
All right then.
Or it would be, but let's take a quick break first.
Let's do that.
Limber up.
We'll be right back as our pilots see 3 mean-looking mechs and one that seems to be powering up to help them out.
About time we
It's the
bust some
danger-
heads.
It's the dangers you don't see that you should really be concerned about.
That's only if you consider anything out here a danger, which, In any case,
We'll
see
be
you
back shortly. See you soon. I'm gonna cut this really short. We're back. There's a fight going. Pilots, what's your move?
Let's rip faces.
Rip and tear.
Also, if we get the roll 20 screen just up a little bit.
I am on it right now.
Thank you.
How's that?
Much better.
Cool.
Don't worry, they'll be closing ranks soon.
Real soon. So yeah.
We all get a go, and then they all get a go, right?
Alternating.
One of you goes, then one of my
Okay.
guys goes.
Hey,
And
I
then
would
one-
love to go first.
Please do.
take all the initiative, Commander.
Cool. What I'm gonna do is
A lot of them.
I would love to drop a. My music is going too loud for me to think. I would love to drop a turret here.
Yes, sorry, ping again one more time. I was jamming.
You're good. Right there. Up on the
yeah.
side of the cliff. I also want to drop a laser across 3 of them as best
Okay.
as I can do it.
2 quick actions coming up. What's the situation with your big old laser beam?
So my big ol' laser is just a regular shot. It can go 10 spaces straight forward. So the thinking is to drop laser. Sorry, I need my... Basically just like there and catch all 3 of these friends. So what is that? D20 to hit? Or if it's a line, do they just get hit?
The D20 to hit. So you'll be
Okay.
rolling against all of their evasions.
All at once?
Yes.
Okay. See, okay, there's a d20. That's garbage. It's
Uh-oh.
a 2.
You get. This is your thermal lancer, I believe.
As my thermal lance.
You get ready to fire and pull down, and you just and it hits this blue field of energy that the mech in the back seems to be projecting, and it just doesn't seem to be strong enough. The travel you haven't moved the energy distribution on your mech to the right spots just yet. You were caught up a little bit off guard.
Okay. I also get to move, take reactions, and free. I'm debating whether or not I want to overcharge right now. Oh, you said we had resistance to heat, so for firing
Yep.
my thermal lance, how much heat do I take?
I believe that's 2 self, if
Okay.
normally, but you take half of that.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Noted. Okay. Great. I know that I need to move in order to not freeze.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do the smallest, or I'm gonna move up to here. No, that's not alt. There.
Boink.
Okay. Well, that actually works great for what I want to do next. As we are going to have one of these boys come and attempt to close distance with you. It is towards you, wielding a chain axe in the air with 2 hands. And is going to. Yeah, it's just gonna try and smack you in the face with it.
It's welcome to try.
That's a 16 against your evasion.
My evasion's not that good.
All right,
It's an
you're going to take 7 kinetic damage as it just smacks in and grinds against the old structure of old lace. Then, yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of
Goodness.
damage.
Yeah, these guys aren't very nice, and being close to them is difficult. But it is going to also send information out to its buddies, and you are going to get locked on.
Don't
Your
like
teams
that.
go. Yeah, it's not fun.
I can follow up if you'd like. Just
For it.
making sure I'm checking my max speed, which is probably 4, yeah? 4 indeed, yes. Okay, in that case. So yeah, I'm gonna say, oh, perfect, I can get 4. So yeah, I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna sort of, if you allow me to take a bit of canon, if you don't mind, GM. So this is like, it's like a gang of pirates of some kind, raiders of some capacity.
Yes, Raiders.
As you know, we see kind of like dust and snow kick up under as the chain grind against Old Lace's side. Sparks kick up, followed by a snowstorm in the back as Virtue is powering forward on its thrusters. Slides with a spin in between Old Lace's legs, and as it kind of comes around in a whip of white snow, the pirates recognize the white and blue mech and just him again. And then he's gonna come up. I'm gonna go ahead and use the ram action.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go ahead and pull up, as I'm pretty sure ram is a quick action. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and so I'll come up, smash into this person with my shield really, really high, and kind of smash them and sort of knock them away from my commanding officer.
Make it hit.
Let me do that right now. Where's my
Don't
dice?
forget, you're adjacent to me. You have a +1.
You're damn right, because we're buds.
We're pals.
We're guys, except not.
Is it a +1 or an accuracy?
It's an
Accuracy.
accuracy?
Oh, that's
Yes.
even better.
Is that +2?
It's a
No,
it's
that's a D6. So you get a +6 out of it.
Oof. That's a 14 plus the 3 on the D6.
Okay, not critical, but you do hit him, so you can knock him prone or back a space.
A space. I think you mean 2, darling. I have the Juggernaut trait.
Well, if you insist.
Yeah. So with the when I boost, my next ram before start of my turn gains +1 accuracy and knocks the target back against your momentum. Don't worry, I'm going to boost because I'm gonna use my movement to keep moving.
Hi, I have a question.
Go.
Does that count as an attack?
It's separate from a skirmish.
But like, does ramming into somebody count as attacking them?
Technically, it's different.
I feel like it should
I'm
definitely
not
count.
asking for the context of I have a turret, and if somebody's hit by an attack within sensors of that turret, I can hit them for 3 damage at the same time. You can feel free to reverse this ruling later if it gets nonsensy.
So well, here's the thing: when you knock someone back, it doesn't say it makes them like immune to reactions. So you could use an Overwatch to try and smack him as he's knocked away out of your threat range.
Yeah, sure.
And
That
then,
makes sense.
then when you do damage, it procs the turret doing damage. It will capitalize on the attack.
So
I
yes,
only
sorry.
have 1 reaction though, so an Overwatch would eat my reaction, and then I wouldn't also be able to fire the turret. I have only 1 reaction for now.
Well, it sounds,
Yeah. Sure. I can just fire any old gun?
usually it'd have to be a melee weapon to do
Then I can
Overwatch
fire
when
a
you're
pistol.
auxiliary. Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll fire a pistol.
Shoot.
That's a 12.
That will hit.
Hey.
Bro, what's that damage? Can add 3 to it because your turret's lighting him up.
1d3.
Okay.
That's 2.
Okay, so 5 total. Though you will notice it's knocked back. It seems to be a very sturdy mech initially, and as it goes back into that shield, it's going to you're gonna watch as the shield starts to like solidify a bit against the kinetic damage coming in, and a few of the last bullets get stopped with a bit more resistance. So I'm good at math. Okay. Got it. All right, Reggie, please continue on.
So 2 questions. I knocked that guy back 2 spaces. Does he hit his friend? Does I do damage?
They collide, and I don't think it does damage, but it will be knocked prone because of it.
I'll take that. Since I used my boost, I'll keep using that action to just slide right up to this person right here. So yeah, again, just kind of keeping the cinematic moment. As this one kind of grenade gets Old Lace, Reggie slides in, brings the shield up high, and just smashes it out of the way, off of Old Lace back into its friend. Keeps the boost going. It's going to slide right here. I'm overheating because I don't give a damn.
One mark Pete.
Yep. I'll mark 1 heat, and then I'll go ahead and just throw my my skirmish to use a single weapon. That's going to be my my lance, my heavy melee weapon.
Okay. Strike.
Let me do that. Here comes the roll. That's a 20.
That's a critical.
Hell yes.
So you roll 2 damage dice and take the highest result.
All right, let me get that. That's 2d6 plus 1 is the damage of my thing. So here comes damage the first. That's a 7 plus 1 is 8. Damage the second is that's a cock die. That's off the table. That's less. So okay, so 8. We'll take the 8.
So when you hit a critical, you do the So it's 8 8 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Just double check. I believe. All right. Because you're also within the area there, so that won't apply. And what kind of damage is this?
This is kinetic. I'm pretty sure because this is kinetic.
So that's 8 damage, which he doesn't appreciate at all. So you're gonna smack into him, and you're just gonna watch as this mech, as like he just starts like flailing about wildly, in response to you attacking, and it's going to make an attack against a random person adjacent to it, you being the only one.
Bring it.
So have at thee. Oh Jesus, guys, I'm sorry. 18 is probably gonna hit against your evasion, and
Sure
that's
will.
gonna be another 7 kinetic damage going your way.
Okay.
As the chain axe bites down deep.
Okay.
For my turn, I just need to measure something out. Okay. Okay. My turn is done.
Interesting.
Yes.
Guess that puts it on you, Leon.
I
All
play
right.
a card face down.
And I end my turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, good old Dawn is gonna come sprinting up, come sliding, landing into cover right there behind our fearless leader. Going to pull out the assault rifle, aim it right there at the one in really the only one I can see. That one right there. And take a shot.
Use it with 2 difficulty. As this shield is up, the defense net is powered and charged.
Aha.
That is a 10.
A 10 will hit.
Hey.
I don't know if it automatically rolls damage. It doesn't. Oh, it did roll
It
damage.
did. It did. It rolled the 1.
But it is reliable too.
Reliable 2. We'll
Oh,
take. We take those.
reliable.
We take those, and you just lay off a slurry of fire coming into the shield, and you see some of it gets a lot of it's getting caught now as the shield has kind of almost become gel-like. The mech behind it, you watch as that orb shifts into power, but some of it still pushes through and smacks further into this mech here. Anything else in your go?
Yeah. Second quick action to target that one. Really got to clear out, a single enemy, take them down, move on, so that their numbers mean nothing. And to do a quick action to invade it.
Ooh, okay. Make me an tech attack.
Oh, wait. I still had 2 difficulty on that.
Oh.
Whoops.
Also a +2 in chat, by the way, if you need it.
It was a 14.
It was a 14, which will definitely bypass the E defense.
Let's go ahead and,
You're
Oh.
invading, right?
yes.
So that's 2 heat for it right there.
And I don't remember the name of this, but I think it's the only invade tactic I can do.
Is it the jam? Gonna give him the jam?
Jam.
Yes.
You got jammed. Or fragment signal.
Fragment signal, yes. Impaired and slowed until the end of their next turn.
All right. That's not great for it.
Eh.
And then, last thing, gonna overcharge for a heat. And,
Sorry, can I say one thing quick? Because you invade the mech and you see that its systems are malfunctioning. It seems to have already taken on a pretty decent amount of heat just from that initial invasion. Like, it's not very structurally wired to handle a lot of processing power. It's more swingy, shooty.
So am I. I respect that.
But as you are about to see, like, its leg, a lot of its circuits give out, you watch as a field, or rather, Reiji, you get a front row view of this, as the field within kind of almost that same energy wraps around it and isolates the failure and seems to bolster it.
ooh,
Defense net's really cool.
Huh.
fancy. Yeah. He's just gonna pull out that smart scope after seeing that shield reacting to all of this, aim dead center at that thing and overcharge to give it a lock on.
All right. Well, if I must go, then I shall. And the plan is going to be for this one to shove the other one out of the way and come in towards Old Lace. And
No.
Wait, he wasn't also knocked prone? Curses. Let's hope I got him both.
his friend got knocked prone. It is going to. You're going to see this one has a kind of like an arrowhead, a giant arrowhead sticking out of its stomach, and you're watching as it shoots towards you. A harpoon gun ready to fire. 13 against your evasion.
My evasion is terrible. It hits.
So is mine, it's okay.
Does it do 1 damage?
It does 2 damage.
I am down a structure.
Uh-oh.
You can brace as a reaction.
It doesn't matter. I had 1 HP left.
Oof.
Oh.
Roll me a d6. Or do you have a paint job?
No, I don't have paint job.
Then roll me a d6, please.
Fucking.
That's a direct hit. If you could, how much structure do you have currently?
I have 3 structure.
You are stunned until the end of your next turn.
Oof.
Where is that darn stunned? There you are, stunned.
Statuses and conditions.
But that was 1, and it gets pulled closer to you as a reaction to that. And it's gonna swing at you with its chain axe.
I have a maximum of 5 evasion because of that.
Oof.
Yeah, these guys aren't very nice. You want to know another status you have? You are shredded. Oh, come on, you! I didn't mean to do that. Okay, but you will take 7. You will take 7 again.
Oof.
Okay.
And you are also going to be shredded.
So here's an important question.
Yeah.
When I dip and I take my structure damage, does the rest of the damage
Carries over.
overflow?
Overflows, yeah.
Okay, I take another.
Oh no! Ah! I have concerns.
I have rolled twice. I got system trauma in CompCon.
Did you subtract your armor from those attacks before?
No? What? Oh, I have armor.
You're a Sagramantha?
Sagramantha.
Yeah, that one's got armor,
you got
right?
armor. It won't help you now because you're shredded, but it would have helped before.
Well,
So
actually, it would
You've
help
been hit
now
3
as
times,
well.
so you've been hit 3 times, so reduce 3 from your total.
I wouldn't have hit my second structure damage.
Yeah!
Perfect.
Dismiss.
Hell yeah.
And I would have
Got you.
2. I've been hit 3 times, so. Sorry.
You're good.
I would have been at 6 when I took that last 2. So okay, I still would have taken damage. And then how much was this last attack?
7.
7
So-
again. Okay.
It just do 7.
NPCs don't roll; they just have flat damage.
Yep.
That's so rude.
It's very handy for destroying people.
I am regretting not taking armor and instead taking systems.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I guess it's back to you, right, boss?
It's back to your turns. I just went.
Oh, true.
Oh wait, have you all
I think
gone?
we're
No.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
done.
we've all gone.
Oh, okay. Well, the rest of me gets to go then.
OG in the back, I'm guessing.
Yes. Well, your boy has some offensive options, and is going to use those to shoot you, Reiji.
Bring it.
as it charges a small laser cannon in front of it. That's going to be a 19 against evasion.
Hits.
I'm gonna. Okay, you're going to take 3 energy
Okay.
and 2 burn damage. So at the end of your next turn, you're going to make a mechanic engineering check.
Okay.
Right? And if you pass, the burn goes away. If you fail, you take that amount of burn damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so take it right now.
Yeah, so take the... Yeah, you also
did.
take the burn damage, right?
Mhm.
So, that's the end of the round. Yeah, three Berserkers, my Secret Special, and Aegis. Yes. Your go.
Anybody want to go particularly?
If you want to
I'm just
to
gonna
go
throw it out
and-
there. I'm stunned, so I won't get to do anything interesting on this turn with my mech.
If you
But
want
that
to
doesn't
go
mean I'm
and
totally
maybe clear that
useless.
one in front of you,
True.
because the one right next to you has a lock on, which you are free to consume.
I mean, if you think you can nail him, then I'll go for the guy in the back.
I probably can. You can do more damage than I can.
Say then.
You
In that
get the
case,
sense within the bubble. You might be able to do some damage.
damn straight. Oh, in that case, you know what? I don't give a damn. First thing I'm gonna do, because I'm already standing right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and straight up just skirmish. Take the
Okay.
and just use a weapon attack. I've got this lance right here. I'm gonna use it.
You can consume my lock on for 1 extra d6.
Nice accuracy.
Cool.
That's a 19 on the D6, D20, a 3 on the D6.
That's a critical.
Cool. Get fucking fucked. That's 8 damage again on the first roll, and that's the maximum damage on the last one. Please get out of my goddamn face.
How much damage is that?
13.
13. Okay. How much is half of 13? We'll call it a 7. You're using your lance, yeah?
Yeah.
Virtue's lance just ran straight through this thing, pinning it to the side of the wall, and it sputters with violent rage before just bursting into flame in the side as you remove it.
Yeah. Very coldly just pulls the lance right back out, spins it, and then turns on the big one. As I've still got actions left.
You do.
So here comes the remainder of my action to... I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and probably... Do I want to ram it? I could ram it. Nah. I'm gonna just move right up to it. Move right up to it, take my left action. I'm going to go ahead and overheat one more time to see if I can hit it.
Second time you do that, it is going to be... Oh gosh, remind me. It's a D...
D6
Yeah.
heat?
What? 1 d3.
D3.
D3 of heat, please. But you still have resistance.
1. So then...
1.
Yes. Cool. Then I'm gonna hit that thing with, the lance, if you hadn't figured that out by now.
A lance. Wait, did you just use lance?
I
you're
did. I'm
overheating.
overheating. Yep. So
Continue.
that is a 13 on the die.
13 will certainly do it.
All right. Give me some damage, please. That is a 6 damage on the die.
6 damage on the die?
Yep.
Alrighty. That's not gonna be very good for it. It doesn't like that a whole bunch.
Good. It shouldn't.
As you hit the probably the generating sphere for the shield, and you see there's a number of sparks as it's protected somewhat, and it's a tough cookie to crack, but it doesn't enjoy that very much. My go? Okay. This might hurt and jeopardize something. I'm gonna roll a die here, and we're gonna hope it's not critical.
Good luck.
Plus 2d6.
I thought you said you were just hoping it wasn't a critical.
Oh, I know, and I wish, Hey, how's it going, Horace?
That's
Let
me.
me
Hardcover.
That would count for health things. You're gonna lose a structure as you are hit with an anti-material rifle. As a sniper unleashes a massive, heavy ordnance round into you.
Mother.
Ooh, no, not my custom paint job does nothing.
Close. All right, roll that for me.
Impaired.
Impaired. We love to see it, or well, we don't, but you know. But that's my go.
Oof.
Well,
Up to you two.
I need a gut check. How stupid is it for me to hop out of my mech, jump over to the cliff, fire a rocket launcher back at the mech that's standing in front of me, while I let my NHP figure its shit out and reboot its systems?
That depends. Do you think that doing that would not draw the attention of a mech that you know to do 7 damage when your HP is 6?
I mean, hey, maybe don't jump off the cliff. Just hop out of the cockpit. What up, dog? Wow.
You know what? I'll say this. I'm a little bit not worried about them turning to do 7 damage to me.
Interesting.
I'm a black thumb.
True that.
Yeah. I mean, it's that, or I just sit in my mech a whole turn and do nothing.
Hey, I think that's a good. Do it. Why not?
I fully
yeah,
support you. I can also move up and try to give you a little breathing room.
that would be neat. I'll be back in my mech at the end of next round. So I dismount as a quick action. Can I drop my face onto here? Is that a thing I can do?
Boop.
Yep.
There's me. Oh god.
Here, I can give you a little person. Oh, whoops.
Well, something's funky, and it's very hard for me to move.
Uh-oh.
No worries. Here. This is you. That's probably not going to help at all.
The problem is that I'm panning and grabbing at the same time.
Ah.
I'm just gonna refresh. This will sort itself out. Roll 20. It's classic.
Love it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hop over to the side of the cliff, and then as soon as roll 20's back, I'm gonna roll my d20 to fire my rocket launcher at it. I have mobility hardsuit on, so I literally just like there's like a we're doing Evangelion style cockpit for Old Lace, so we see inside the cockpit Sim is like, all right, Mimi, you're in charge. Slaps the side, and then there's like an unscrewing sound, and this like hatch pops out of the back of the neck. And that same cloak that we see around the shoulders of Old Lace is around Sim as she turns on her jetpack and jets over to the cliff. And she just has like a missile tube to shoot at this fellow with. Why am I not back in yet? There we go.
There. Yep.
Okay. I would jump to here.
All right.
That's a 10.
10 hits.
Hey.
A 10 hits. My turret also shoots it.
Okay.
And then how much does a rocket launcher do? In combat? Is that what I have to do to see my heavy signature? 4 explosive damage.
Oof.
Hey. And with 3 on top of that, that's 7, which it doesn't enjoy. It looks pretty bad after that, but it's still standing.
Take
And
care of these damn things.
well, they're tough. They're berserkers. These are Sparrite. These aren't just simple mechs. These are Sparrite mechs. And it will go into a frenzy again and strike out randomly. 15 against Old Lace.
Yeah, my evasion's 8.
Okay.
So's mine.
So that's another 7 damage minus your armor.
I don't think I need to tell you that that is another structure damage. So
that's actually number 2.
When you could brace against? Because
I
you're
got
stunned
another.
anyways.
It doesn't. The thing is, I'm gonna take the structure damage either way. If I brace, I only get half damage, and I'm down to 2 of my total HP anyway.
Ah.
Yeah.
I got another direct hit, so my mech is stunned for another round.
Oh.
What's your current structure at?
2.
Roll a hull check.
So I have to pass a hull check or be destroyed. I have a thing that's hold on. 1d6. A 5 on a d6. Which I believe is a pass for the whole check, right?
Hull check should be a d20.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Sorry, CompCon is not giving me like a button to click to...
It's fine. Just roll however you want. Maybe physically. Maybe lie to me. Maybe tell me you got a success.
I rolled a natural 30. Weird.
17. I rolled a
17 is a success. You are just stunned again.
Hey, love that. Don't worry. We see Sim like physically wince at that damage.
Mm-hmm. It is not pretty. But is that your go?
Yeah, that's my go. That's as much as I can do.
This one's going to get up and use its move action to get up, boost over here, and then take a swing. And why am I rolling? Oh, here we go. Finally jinxed myself with a 5, and it swings wide, missing you completely.
No, the shield just comes right up. Like, without, like, still facing his friend, the shield just comes right up, clashes against it, sends some sparks up. Rach is just like, try harder.
And it's back to your ghost.
I think that's just me.
Just you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm absolutely going to slide on down there. And so this one closest, that one got hit by a rocket, right?
That one got hit by a rocket and a turret.
How's that one looking?
The one that got hit by a turret and a rocket?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not great, but it is a hardy mech.
Make
to
it
be
look
certain.
worse.
Yeah, let's overcharge again for a quick tech to lock on. Roll my D3. Have down to 2.
Sorry. For damage? What?
For heat, for overcharging.
Heat. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
So I'm getting up there in the heat, which is good, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, throw lock on onto that. And then we're gonna full action barrage.
All right.
Boom! Give him a little 2-tap.
Starting with the lovely thermal pistol.
Sounds good to me.
Which I'm impaired and I'm consuming the lock on, so it should just be a flat roll.
Yes.
17.
17 will hit for 2. It pings and hits it. The raid does not take it this time.
And then the auxiliary pistol on the same mount. That's a 4. No.
Oof.
No,
It
misses
is
just
reliable
bare.
1.
Reliable 1 still does 1 damage. It's still standing.
And then pull out to the old reliable assault rifle, level it, and just spray and pray.
Spray it and pray it. Reliable 2.
Reliable 2.
Coming to the rescue as that one ping is all you needed as this is caught out and just gets blasted back.
Fuck with our friend, will ya?
And it's gone. Which means it is left to the Aegis as it doesn't like you a whole bunch and it's gonna try and shoot you, Reiji. How dare you hit it?
Okay.
No, that's not a... I don't know what that was, but that's not a D20, that's a... An 8, I'm going to assume, doesn't hit your evasion.
It matches it, actually.
Oh, alright. Well, then you're going to take 3 electrical and 2 more burn.
Okay.
Oh, at the end of your turn, did you make a... Yeah, make me an engineering check.
Oh.
Because you went first.
Yeah. That's a D20, yes?
Yes, D20 plus whatever points you have in evasion.
In evasion?
Yes. Oh, sorry, engineering.
Okay, I don't have any points in that currently.
Alright, then it's a straight roll.
19. Turk?
Well, a 19? Yeah, that's a success. So you cleared... Sorry. You clear your initial burn, and you are... so you get that, but you get 2 more burn for this next round.
Okay. I took... Okay, cool. So I go down to a grand total of... I'll use my custom paint job, so I go down to 1 rather than 0.
Yeah. Well, wait, custom paint job, you roll a d6 to determine that happens.
I'm gonna do that. What's the roll I'm looking for here?
D6, try to get a 6.
I got a 5. Damn.
Then roll another d6 as you take your structure.
3.
Alright, well that's not the best thing you could have rolled, but it is only going to be a system trauma, so roll another d6.
1.
Choose a weapon. Choose a weapon on one mount of your choice. Choose a mount. All the weapons on it are destroyed.
Cool. My missile mount. It's on the shield.
Okay.
So yeah, whatever it shoots at, like Reggie kind of eats it on the shield, but it definitely like scratches through the paint and like damages the ejector on the missiles. Just
Yeah, you get a small boom back into your shoulder. I'm afraid we've lost our range capabilities.
damn it! I just fixed those.
I'm working to alleviate the situation as soon as possible. Once these ruffians are dealt with, of course. But top of the order, your move.
I kind of think we need this thing dead. Anybody objections?
Do it. Go for it.
Although I am
Yeah,
kind of
no.
concerned about OG right here. Fuck it, I'm gonna break this thing. I don't give a damn anymore. Yeah, honestly, yeah, no. You know what? I don't have to move. I can do the thing I want to do. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have you first action to go ahead and just use my lance. So I'm gonna go to, first action. I'm barraging basically is what I'm doing. The first weapon is my my heavy melee weapon. So here comes that. That is a 13 total.
That will hit against its evasion.
All right, let's comes 2d6 plus 1 damage. That is a grand total of 6.
All right, another hearty 6 into it.
Is it done
Its
yet?
armor. Yeah, it's not. That armor glances off slightly again.
Cool. Then time for my secondary weapon, my prototype weapon. You okay there, Turk?
Yes, sorry. Roll again. Do it.
Got
Do the
it.
thing.
That is a 13 again.
13 will still hit.
This is only 1d6 plus 2. Although it is, I get to pick my my damage type every time I install it. I think this time I picked, by default, it as thermal.
Okay.
So that's a grand total of 4 plus 2 is 6.
All right. That is going to almost take it down. It seems to be on its last legs. The armor barely deflecting that last thermal blast enough to make sure that it stays operational.
I'm overheating again. I don't care. I'm tired of this damn thing.
Okay. So that's a D6 now, I believe.
3.
So half that down to a 2.
Mm-hmm. So I'm at 4 of my 6.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm gonna hit it again. With
Alright.
the lance. It's a 15.
Okay. 15 will do it.
That is a damage die. Ooh, that's a better number. 9 plus 1 is 10.
Lancing right through this thing. Its shield generator collapses, and it falls.
Richie kind of pins the lance through it, fires the prototype weapon. A blast of nuclear energy just lances straight through it into the ground. And then as it keeps kind of struggling, he just pins the lance in a little bit more. Stay down. Pulls it out, spins it one more time. Just, we cleaning these things up or what?
Hell yeah.
My go.
Sure is.
The sniper up here is going to apply the sniper's mark onto the fully exposed pilot.
Uh-oh.
That's its full action, though. And you,
No, just shoot me.
it's coming up. Be patient. As a free action on your turn, you can fall prone. Now that you're
I
aware of
got
what it's
you.
doing.
I got you.
Why would
If
I
I
need
go-
to fall prone?
Because you have a giant laser
Do it.
across the
Do it. You won't. You fucking won't.
I got you, though. If I can go next.
That's your go.
I ain't stopping you.
Who's taking turns?
I went.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna go.
Go for it.
Not moving, which I know is going to immobilize me, but what can you do? Full action to stabilize, which is gonna cool off my heat, and I'm gonna use that to clear a condition on an allied adjacent character, which is gonna remove your stun.
Oh, the look of joy on your face. I love that for you.
You see Sim just like up on the like ice floe being like, hell yeah.
Luigi just looks back, offers a bit of a groan in his cockpit, but keeps fighting.
Let's overcharge again. Why not?
Bring the heat
Let's
down
get
and
all
bring it
the
right
heat.
back up.
Hell yeah, that's how we do. For 1. I don't think you can get less than 1.
Yeah.
Oof.
And just gonna quick action to lock on, and over the comms, hey, you got one more on your right. Don't let it sneak up on you.
Which one are you looking onto, the Berserker or the Sniper?
Berserker.
Gotcha. Locked on.
And that's it. I'm done.
Okay. The Berserker is going to attack Reiji.
Bring it.
Oh my gosh, sorry. My ability to type is clearly failing. 5 is still not going to work out for you.
Yep.
As it's swinging wildly into your shield, digging in. But that recent explosion of the missile pod keeps an area where it can get caught now with the blade. Did you move? You didn't move on your last turn.
Sure didn't.
So you're going to be immobilized, just for the record.
Unless I hull check, right?
As a quick action on your next turn.
Okay.
Also make an engineering check for your burn.
Oh, yeah, right that. 19. I'm going good on those.
You're good. Clear the burn. Okay, that was my go. Oh wait, they have a thing they can do. Yeah, no, he's gonna pull out. He's gonna after failing to strike at you, he's gonna try and bring his free hand around, and it looks like he has some small pistons of metal there that are heating up a little bit. And is going to attempt to hit you. plus 1 minus 1d6 for doing the thing and the thing. With 6 is not going to do it.
Nope.
Has this quill gun again just caught up in your shield as you knock his hand away?
Oh yeah, I imagine Reggie kind of like whips Virtue's thrusters up and into a spin, so that's kind of like throw the mech off and also kind of like whip up some snow, you know, kind of throw him off.
You are mobilized in place, so I'd say it's more the snow getting blasted up
That works.
into it. And it's your go again.
Madam.
Yeah. So Sim is gonna just like radio over to the NHP in Old Lace. Mimi, can you take care of that sniper really quick?
Oh, sorry. That stabilize action was taking all that heat that Dawn has built up and just pointing like the exhaust right into the back of your mech and just letting it cascade out and giving that extra power boost.
Are you saying Dawn leaned over and farted on Old Lace? That's what it sounds like.
More romantic than that, but yes.
That's what Reggie would call it.
Blowing hot air.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a barrage.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to hit with my Nexus and my Thermal Lance.
Blow that bitch up.
Yeah. So... wait, I got a whole thing that just lets me click buttons to attack.
That's usually how that works.
Yeah. Nexus. Thermal Lance. Let's go.
The
There we go.
10. The 10 will hit, the 8 will not.
It does have lock on if you're attacking the Berserker.
No, I'm not attacking the Berserker. I'm hitting the Sniper.
Ignore me.
Yeah, so my Nexus, I guess, dealt 1 damage.
Yes, it did. But hey, that's a fine 1 damage as the various small drones head and just cut into it, attacking systems and wires within the mech itself. But your thermal lance just goes a little high, leaving a clear mark in the snowbank there.
Can I skirmish on the same turn that I barrage?
No, because a barrage is a full action. Unless you overheat and take a...
Do
I'm
that
gonna
thing!
do that. But can I shoot the same weapon twice?
For
Probably
overheating,
not,
yes.
right?
If you overheat, you can.
Oh my god, Vermin!
What's up?
Vermin just pog-faced! Oh my god, wait! I need that clipped! Oh my god!
That happens more often than you think. Lance! Are you fucking shitting me?
And will not do it.
Oh no!
As again, you fire up, but this time, so you've taken two. You take two additional heat from both those firing off. But firing up quickly doesn't seem to land you anything. But I will say, you probably like melted this snow glacier enough that if it didn't have the ability to climb on walls pretty effectively, it would be falling down with you all right now. But there is a pretty clear path up that snowbank now. But that's the end, and funnily enough, I don't have any more mechs to use, so it goes back to you all.
You
Hey,
want
boss,
to
you
try
wanna
to
shoot
hit
it
him
again?
again?
I'm about to say, hey boss, wanna shoot it again?
Take 2, go.
Yeah!
I low-key
Yeah,
kind of like the
let's
idea
go.
like
Thermal
Old Lace
Lance
shoots twice.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
Nexus.
I like the idea like Old Lace shoots twice, doesn't work out so well. We both just turn and look, and it's like,
Another
the thing
D.
that's outrageous, right, is that I rolled max damage on that first Thermal Lance barrage,
boop.
even though it meant jack shit.
But this time you rolled a 5, And in addition to that critical with your Nexus, the second group of bots going down, this sniper is going to be overwhelmed and glitching as you finally level that thermal lance right and just smack right into it, watching as it melts and explodes.
Sim is also going to jet back into Old Lace.
Yes. I got you.
Thank you.
Would you like to move?
Do that.
Ooh.
And I think I'm just gonna.
No, it's cool. We're back. Everything's fine. We just
Everything's
Everything's normal. How are you?
briefly lost a Hooper, and he's now the GM temporarily until his camera comes back on.
Oh, you promise?
It's too late. It's already fixed.
Wait.
Problem solved.
Hold on. We're gonna go to there so that Reiji has additional doozles.
Thanks. I appreciate doozles. I love a good doozle.
Who doesn't?
Honestly.
And you know what? Since everybody else is overheated already, I'll go ahead and roll my 1d3 and to fire off my pistol here. That's a 1. That's great. That's such good news.
Well, that's one heat.
Hey, that's the best time to roll a 1.
Truly. Yeah, I fire my pistol.
Eat the lock
Okay.
on if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
You get
How does
advantage.
lock on work?
You get a D6.
You add a d6, but I believe, now correct me if I'm wrong, being engaged means that
That's difficulty.
difficulty. So add a d6 and take away a d6 at the
Oh.
same time.
Well, that sucks.
It's engaged with a pistol is close quarters.
Auxiliary, yes, close quarters.
Bang, 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 bang,
so-
bang.
That actually means I add 2d6 because I'm next to Reiji, right?
Yes, you have accuracy with your Huckleberry.
Hey, hey. Give him the fucking business, boss.
6. This is why I need to stand next to you.
I got it. Sorry
that's-
for running off.
That's a 16.
16 will do it.
And yeah, 2 damage to the mean man.
A mighty quick shot to finish off your movement. It kind of pings, and you watch as it gets that signature Berserker Rage, and it's going to low evens or odds. Who wants what?
I'll take odds.
All right. Seems to want somebody dead tonight. As it will swing with its chain axe for a 19 to chimney. 7 more damage to Old Lace.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm shredded, so I don't even get the pleasure of having armor.
Oof.
Mhm.
We're good though. That's no structure damage at this point.
Good.
Okay. It's then its turn, and it's really gonna try and lay into Reiji here, though. So you have hard cover, correct?
Yes. I
Hard
sure do.
Cover, they can use me for hard cover, but I don't know if that applies when they're adjacent to me like this.
Son of block shots. Any ranged attacks? Okay, yeah. Ranged attacks only. So it's just going to try and hit you if it can. It cannot. Keep throwing 6s.
Oh, if you don't mind, actually, I think if this guy comes around one more time trying to smash into Reiji, the shield catches it one more time. We get a very, very cool camera shot of, like, facing the shield as it slowly gets, like, through, like, with, like, the sound of grinding motors, gets lowered down below Virtue's face, that glowing red eye, and just across the speakers, Reiji just, you sure you want to do this, buddy?
Nice. Yeah, here you go.
Okay. Y'all mind?
For
Cool.
Please.
Here comes a barrage again, because I'm going to do both the weapons, because I don't like this thing and want it to go very far away. First attack is a 17 to hit. Second attack is a 15 to hit. I'm assuming those both hit?
I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
I thought it sounded like there would be a third.
Nope. So here's the 3d6 plus 3 damage, basically. 1d6 plus 2 of it is kinetic.
Okay.
So that's a grand total of, whoo, perfect. That's 11 plus 1 for 12 damage on the from the lance, and 6 from the nuclear explosion.
Okay.
If this thing's not dead, I swear to God, I'll overheat. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it.
It's not dead. It has armor and resistance. All damage, unless impaired, stunned, immobilized, shredded, slowed, or exposed.
I hate this thing.
The next time we come across these motherfuckers, I'm just tackling them. I'll just grapple them. I'm a size bigger. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, honestly, I am
Attacks.
fucking sick of these things. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna do it again. Oh, also, what's overkill do?
Oh gosh. Overkill means that you can re-roll, re-roll ones, I think.
Oh, okay,
If
cool.
if you roll a 1 for damage, you re-roll it, but you take a heat.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna overheat again. By the way, I don't care.
So you're
Over your
1d6 plus 1 now.
Yep. I need to roll a 1 here to not hit. If I roll a 1, I hit max heat. Otherwise, I go over. I rolled a 1. Jesus.
It's in
All
my
right.
hands, but they're raised.
Fuck this thing. As a 13 to hit it.
Yep.
Please fucking die. As a 9 for damage.
How do you do this?
Yeah, again, as shield comes down, Reiji offers up with fingers, just, you want to do this? Brings the axe up again. Reiji just literally hucks the shield up. Lance comes directly under it. Straight through. And then just like a shot of nuclear energy straight through out of its back up into the sky. And it's like slags through and just drops it off. Fucking berserkers. Madmen, I swear.
As the space settles, and you find yourselves, for the moment, allowed to breathe, you get back a few moments of precious quiet, but the snow is still blowing, and the only upside to all this is the wreckage has provided some heat, and there's some tracks that they must have someplace they can hide out from the storm.
What do you mean? We got all spare parts down there.
What did you do to that missile rack?
I didn't do anything. I blocked a shield. Or an axe, thank you.
Hey, how are you two doing up there? You took some pretty heavy hits.
You hanging in, big guy?
Twas a strong strike they have supplied us, but my Aegis is stronger.
You heard him.
All right.
Sim,
A
you
knight
manage
of
him?
the rock does not fall so easily to ruffians.
I think we get like a quieter check-in on the inside of Old Lace, and I imagine the inside of Old Lace not being like, there's no like flat screens anywhere. It's all like CRT like style monitors.
You got critical race theory inside your cockpit?
Yeah, critical race theory inside the cockpit.
That's crazy.
I got books,
My
a whole
goodness.
library.
They're
No,
hiding in the cockpits now, people.
cathode ray tubes.
I know.
And there's just this like quiet moment of Sim kind of like touches a monitor gently. How you holding up? Mimi? I do not recognize that designation. Just fine then.
Reiji like taps in through comms, just, we'll get her patched up, yeah?
Yeah. All
Yeah.
Lace is sturdy.
Sorry, I may have overcharged the systems a bit, but wanted to keep you in the fight.
No. She needs a good slap on the ass every now and then anyway.
That's what I'm here for.
Good shooting though, both of you.
Yeah, you still got it.
What can I say? Spend enough time dealing with these assholes every now and then. Get to the habit.
Yeah. That's some serious tech out here though for being middle of nowhere.
Yeah, can't lie. I got lucky. These guys though, they were waiting for us. We should be a lot more careful on the road out from here.
Uh, if I could, just zooming in with the smart scope on each of the deceased mechs as part of like a holographic display. Leon would try to get their basically deceased pilot information, anything that could be immediately grabbed right off the top of the deck, being shown as like virtual dog tags that are being picked up and collected.
Um, well,
Even if it's just like call signs or
yeah, you can reference this with the criminal database to figure out that all these guys are all the pilots here are outlaws, in one way or another that have been reported in the local area, robbing and pillaging.
it would just now show up across Don's neck as just a holographic display, adding dog tags to the chain.
Like old times, yeah, old man? Like the old prison riots, except a lot more metal.
A little bit. Well, you say we keep going. They came from somewhere, so maybe that's gives us a point to head towards. Maybe.
I agree. Captain?
Let's go. Hopefully, we can get enough shelter from the storm to patch some things up.
Someone to stop for a good meal wouldn't be bad. I'm starved.
Well, as if all of your hopes and dreams were answered, you do find yourselves a small covered cave area. It provides enough thermal heat that you can be out of your mechs and only be chilled to the bone and not the marrow. It also provides you enough cover, and they seem to have some kind of small deterrent system for scent blocking and thermal signature hiding that you're pretty certain you won't be bothered if you want to go about getting some repairs. And as you all get settled in and get ready to start putting yourselves back together, I think that is what we're going to call session 1.
Yes.
Well, first off, thank you all so much for joining us. We couldn't do it without you here supporting us the entire way. In some cases, literally, those +2s are critical. I'm gonna play the Sparr theme through it. I'll move you guys back to search and rescue and ask, hey, all you are really cool. Why don't you tell the fine people who you were, what's your pilot's name, who you're driving tonight, and where they can find you more in the future.
Any particular order to start in?
Oh yes, please start with Andrew.
Hey. Hello. I am Andrew. I played Leon, a absolutely lovely character, a good old friend, and turns out a little superstitious. Who knew? You can find me on the Twitter spaces at SirHooper55. Post lots of nerdy stuff. I also post about our own streaming channel, the Lost Caravan RPG, where we have our Lancer games with the lovely Turk, this time in a little raging goblin form. And yeah, we do lots of Pathfinder, lots of one-shots in whatever systems we're feeling like that month. But yeah, come hang out and absolutely support all of these lovely people, because this was so much fun, and you're all amazing, and I love you all, and thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. This is the best.
Oh.
Happy you could be here. Next, of course, is Foxy.
Hi, folks. If you're here, if you somehow don't know who I am, then welcome to the channel for the first time. I'm Foxy, aka Big Foxy. also known as Favorite Fox, Philly's finest. Today I had the pleasure of playing Reiji, who had the astute honor of not only driving you all wild, but also piloting the incomparable Reiji, or incomparable Virtue. This is great. I am already super hyped for what this is going to be. You can find me on Twitter sphere at Foxy Eternal, FOXII, or XXII. Eternal spelled the way it normally is. Next place you'll see me at is the Saturday. Yeah, Saturday possibly. I think you'll see me doing a thing. I'm not certain. We'll figure it out. Who knows? Whatever the case, I'm around. This is great. Y'all are great. Kick it away. Take it.
Yes, please, Berman.
All right. Hey everybody, I am Legendary Vermin. You can find me as Legendary Vermin on all of the places on the internet that matter. That means, of course, Itch, Twitch, Twitter, and I guess YouTube. If you want to see VODs of old shows, I collect those all on my YouTube channel. I have one playlist. That's the only thing worth seeing there. If you want to know what I have going on in the future, you can always go to legendaryvermin.com/live to see my streaming schedule. Next Monday, I will be over on TPK Roleplay for Madness Calls It Forth, which is best described as kind of Arthurian legend meets Wolf Among Us, if you remember that game. So people with fables attached to them, some superhero shit. I play a big lesbian with a lead pipe. Yeah.
Sounds like a most gallant quest.
I hate you.
Next Saturday, not Saturday, but Saturday, May 7th, you can find me and, of course, Foxy back on Neon Lights right here for Against the Light Episode 7. Things are really heating up in that game. Wait, that might be Episode 6, actually. Anyway, regardless, things are really heating up in that game. If you did not catch our last episode, it was really good.
A banger.
It was a banger. Finally, if you want to check out the stuff that I make, if you like what I do here and you want to support me financially, you can always buy my games at my itch store. There's all sorts of good goodies there, so please check that out.
Hey!
Oh shit!
Hey!
Of course I have him. We get it signed someday. Anyway, that's me. Hey, everybody. I am Turk, or TurkAccented on Twitch and Twitter, and I have had the best time being your GM for the evening. I was very scared today, but the player, my storytellers here have absolutely knocked it out of the park every step of the way. Except for when I'm rolling, my goodness. Roll 20 wants to eat you all alive, so keep that in mind for next time.
But we made it through. You mean? Can't be stopped.
Made it through. But for more of me, you can find me next, actually, all the way around on The Lost Caravan, where I will be piloting the angriest, most super controller of goblin-y boys with Kismet, which is super fun. We hit license level 3, and I get to run the NPCs now. So I'm practicing. Last argument of kings and hurling them through the duats. It'll be a good time. Beyond that, of course, I run another campaign over on TPK Roleplay, which will be May 3rd. Oathsworn and Oaths the Dragon Lords campaign. Oaths are warm, and they are beginning their third labor, which
Congratulations.
thank you. It's triplets. It'll be it should be fun. If you haven't got a chance to join us yet, travel episodes are always a good time. That's when they get real, fun, emotional. But beyond that, the best way to find out what's going on is just to follow the social medias and support all the wonderful people you see on your screen here, because I'm usually, remoraing onto their success. So, without further ado, just stay warm, stay strong, keep those you love close, because body heat is important to share. And thank you all so much for joining us once again. We'll catch you next cycle.
We're going to figure out
Good
a
night.
raid. Don't go anywhere. We have an outro video, so don't leave. Bye!